Here is my brisket series where I show you tips and tricks to elevate your brisket game part 1. Trim and season the night before. It helps with salt penetration, fat breakdown, flavor deepens, and saves a ton of time. Pat your meat when seasoning and avoid rubbing it to prevent the season from clumping up. Set your smoker at 225 degrees and give it time to come up to temp. Give yourself 1 hour and 15 minutes of cooking time per 1 pound of brisket. For example, 10-pound brisket will take you 12 and a half hours plus 2 to 3 hours of rest time for a total of 15 and a half hours. Make sure brisket is at room temperature for about an hour before smoking it to ensure even cooking. Raising a brisket on a rack can help prevent the bottom from drying out and space underneath to hold broth and liquid, allowing the hot air to circulate for even cooking. Load up the pellets, you're in for a long smoke. I personally didn't spritz for this cook, but sometimes I spritz. It is optional. When you're happy with the bark, or if it hits the 160-degree stall, it is time to wrap. I love wrapping with tin foil because it traps the heat and moisture for a juicier biscuit. I usually use a liquid or beef tallow to enhance flavor, and it does keep it juicy. Wrap it tight, place it back in the smoker until probe tender or around that 200 degrees internal. Sometimes I've also removed at 190 because it was probe tender. Remove from the smoker and let it rest in a cooler. And if you place it in the cooler right away, just make sure you let it breathe and opening the cooler every half an hour. I let it rest for about 2 hours. 2-3 hours. It depends how much time I have. There's 2 parts to the brisket. There's the point cut and the flat cut. The flat is nice and lean. The point is the fatty cut. I hope you enjoyed my brisket series.